Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Strippers!
And yes, since we're still in the nightclub, that's right, I went there.
Maha, we noticed.
How's the rest of you who are sitting there quietly in digital land?
I'm good.
Fair.
Mellow. Malgarion's probably getting laid. So, he's doing pretty good.
The Brood Lord is brooding in one way or another.
Oh, let's be honest. If they have, a happy ending on the payroll, she's probably on birth control. So that's probably not going anywhere. Because let's be honest, if you're in a society that's able to have strip clubs and hooker houses and such, they probably at least have something.
I mean, there's magic, so come on.
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about. She doesn't just get pregnant, she gets super pregnant and has 3 kids.
They kid's a dog in a house.
She gave birth to a dog in a house?
Yeah.
That's really pregnant.
He did say super pregnant.
No, wait. It's magical birth control, and Malgarion is brooding so hard that it actually reverses.
Oh, geez. Turns it just did a fertility right.
Malgarion's wealth goes down by 1 from all the child support. That word everyone knows. Yeah, yeah.
The worst bane is child support. That wealth sucker.
18 years duration is pretty crazy. You can use toning down.
So let's actually get into this. Who wants to start their strip club adventure? Because I do believe that Fizzle just barely started, grabbed Tippy and was like, "We're gonna go have fun."
Oh, she didn't grab Tippy. She just said, since we don't have to go anywhere. She's like, oh, we don't have to go anywhere. She's like, oh, great. Then it's time to have fun. And then she started spreading a little money around.
Indeed. So, I guess the question is, where does Fizzle go to have her fun? Yes, Matt, picking up the DJ booth. Oh.
I don't know. We'll check out the dance floor. Why not?
Okay. So,
Is she dragging Tippy along or just going on her own merry way?
Yeah, she's going. If Tippy wants to follow, that's fine. I mean, the person she would have dragged along is still having a freak out in the bathroom, so.
And trying to get herself cleaned up. I'm briefly going to.
I was going to point out, it's like super quiet, so we can just skip strip club shenanigans if no one's not feeling it.
No. Strip club.
There was something that I think Jing wanted to do with Malgarion that we could do.
Could you not put it like that?
Wink, wink.
That was just idle chatter. I don't really need to pull up a time slot for it. Also, the thing I wanted to talk about has been dismissed and debunked. Doesn't actually matter anymore. So, Jing's having him some sake.
Jing has himself some sake.
Yay!
What was the thing that you wanted to bring up that was dismissed?
Why the Black Dragon was so hesitant to fight a bunch of things that she could basically just enslave.
Oh. I mean, eh. I mean, that's fair. Oh,
Out of character knowledge is not in character knowledge.
Also true. Also, what's Fizzle's date doing still in the bathroom?
Composing herself. And what's Malgarion doing?
Or like, who is...
Well, we know who. Probably reverse cowgirl by this point.
He's upside down, though.
Haha.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
No, he apparently is.
Man, they must have got creative in there.
It's reverse cowboy, inverted cowboy.
Interestingly, it won't let me select the icon. There we go. It was an artifact of the Zoom.
And right through the wall.
They're just very vigorous. But drywall's just not going to cut it. Like,
And
all things considered, unless Malgarion gets to a point where he's like, I know I'm not going to be... Unless he gets to a point where he knows he's not going to be able to keep going functionally, or somebody interrupts, really, he's pretty much going to be staying there.
How long would it take either of these things to happen?
Well... Given he's got a 5 in fortitude, and the way that I'm looking at his personality, the level of frustration he's going to try and get out is going to be an extender rather than a detractor. I'm going to go with roll times 5 minutes.
Does that take into account the refractory period of a dragon?
I mean, do we
African dragon or European dragon?
God damn it. I'm so proud of you.
So then make that roll.
Okay, so as far as for the, I'm going to go ahead and give him an advantage 1 on that, for as the frustration thing kicking in.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh. So times 5. Let's see here.
Fizzle might die.
So that's 30.
A little. It's 2 hours 15 minutes.
Okay.
His partner might die.
2 hours.
So we're going to step forward the. Unless anyone wants to upset or interrupt Malgarion, we are going to fast forward the clock.
Nope.
2 hours and 50.
Gonna have fun.
I'm not sticking anything in that room they might grab onto.
And I guess I'm gonna puppeteer Actus for a minute. She eventually has to take Vidus outside when she inserts another coin into the performance shaft, and having contributed enough money in tips, gets a chance to touch, and Vidus runs inside the shower.
Oh no!
Both of them. Squeals are heard. Agnes hissing as she has to go into the hot shower to chase out her bone minions.
This was her idea, wasn't it?
No, this is my idea.
Oh, okay. I could see that being Sarah's idea.
I could too, which is why I puppeteered it to happen. She's requested to remove herself from that area, so she's going to go over here to the lounge with the 2 Vidus and chill at the bar. Get her bone puppies some bones to chew. And yes, we will fast forward the clock 2 hours. And how long did you say, Matt? 35 minutes?
So 15, but we can just round it to 2 hours. Let's be honest, it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't, because at this point we're Fizzle. You've been having fun for about 2 hours. There are many women on the dance floor who recognize you. Most men seem to be here to drink. And you kind of realize that everyone's kind of waiting for your lead on this one, because you know this place and they don't. So they're just going to stay hanging at the strip club pretty much until you tell them what to do.
Important question, Josh. How long until she comes out of the bathroom?
45 minutes?
Oh, jeez.
And I'm not sure where she's going to go.
Wait, where did the token,
see.
where did the token for Tippy go?
Tippy went over by Actus at the bar.
Oh.
Jing is apparently in the pool.
Swimming around with Fennel.
Now see, this is where Fizzle starts leading her around. We eventually probably find a nice place to sit, surrounded by ladies that she brought over.
Okay.
To further embarrass her.
Okay. So she's over here, minding her own business in a booth. And we're just going to do this then.
Yeah, here comes Fizzle. With ladies, yeah.
Tokens.
Big ladies.
That
Very,
lady is
very
big.
much tall.
That's okay.
It's okay. She's half giant. It's all right. One of them is allowing Fizzle to sit on her lap, because otherwise there's not enough room between her and the half giant and everyone else.
Oh no! Fizzle's gonna sit on. God, I've just forgotten her name.
Sika?
Yes, Sika's. She's gonna sit right on Sika's chest. Get nice and comfortable. Order them all drinks, and they're gonna have a good time.
For the remainder of the 2 hours.
Yup.
Hour and 15 minutes. So Sika does drink. She has admitted that. She does drink. The minute you settle down on her chest, she's like, Fizzle, why are you on my boobs?
Because they're comfortable.
Are you... I mean, I don't think it would take much alcohol to get you drunk. You are kind of small of body. But are you drunk?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Would you be more comfortable if I was?
Maybe?
But I'm drunk as hell.
But now I somehow don't believe you.
Okay. I'll fix this. I will be drunk as hell really soon.
Oh my.
That's almost everything.
Serving lady girl, what do you order to drink, Fizzle?
I don't know, whatever. Something fancy for the table.
Okay. Fancy. Cocktails all around.
Hooray!
And yes, Sika does get stupid drunk. After an hour and 15 minutes. She seems to be drinking to avoid staring at boobs.
Okay. Fizzle is actually going to practice restraint. He's not planning to actually get drunk.
Kill the doppelganger.
Fizzle has never been drunk.
Yes,
At least
but
in a game
practicing
session.
restraint.
I mean, somebody's got to do it. Zeka's getting super drunk.
He's practiced with restraints.
Wait.
What's happening?
Don't you worry, nothing's happening.
Guys, help a Buxton.
Oh, who did we lose? Oh, we lost Dallin. Okay, carry on.
Alright, so... that goes on. Meanwhile, Fizzle, as this hour and 15 minutes progresses, Jing, I'm going to assume drunk, decides to take a swim with the mermaids.
He kind of at first just trying to get a good look at that Pokemon thing in the middle there, but
Oh,
he will probably, if nothing else, fall in.
eventually.
Because he's a little drunk.
Well, you get a closer look than you anticipated. because apparently these mermaids seem to espouse the idea of the show must go on. So when this fox man falls into their pool, they incorporate him into the show.
Hey, at least they're not the drown you and eat you kind.
Or are they?
Boing, boing.
I mean, he is a scholar, which means that he's gotten himself educated. He has college debt to pay off.
He very well. So Jing, about an hour in, you find yourself being carried around by mermaids, essentially. And this thing eventually jumps up out of the water and lands on your chest. It's a baby hippocampus.
Aw.
Little hippocampus pony, yes.
Josh,
Yes,
is the happy campus?
it is a happy camp.
Yay.
So Jing will make an effort to awkwardly, politely greet all the girls that are now carrying him around. Because he's not really sure what's going on at this point. And then there's a thing on his chest, and oh, good. Pet the thing, examine it. Figure out what the fuck it is.
They commence to bounce you in and out of the water almost like a human trampoline. In fact, exactly like a human. Throwing you and the baby hippocampus up into the air, much to hoots and delights of the crowd.
This is no way to conduct a formal inquiry.
Oh, look at that over there. Ding's really getting into it.
Do you think he's okay?
Yeah, he's fine. I don't know, but the girls will take care of him. They're nice. Unless they're really hungry.
Help me!
The waitress simply rattling off like a customer service spiel. Oh, don't worry. We here at the Lex keep the marrows well fed, and in fact do not espouse any form of rumor that conducts that we are, in fact, keeping any form of man-eating she-devils. They're just mermaids. Toddles off.
You heard the lady. He's perfectly safe.
I'm not safe.
They allow you to splash into the water, and you are immediately greeted by just like a torrent of tails.
Tails? What are they doing? Are they like
They're mermaids. What do you
Are
think's
they-
down there?
Are,
like
are they
slapping me with them, or just like fanning?
Or just fanning him,
Okay.
swimming.
Yeah, I was to say this is either, blunt force trauma to the head, or they're trying to get him to. They're trying to see how long his foxy tongue is, and I'm not entirely sure which. Given the tone of the rest of the conversation so far.
You feel a slight nudge under you as the hippocampus pony slips itself under you and attempts to swim you to the stairs out of the. But it is small and not that strong.
Since he was only taught one rule of conduct about the situation, he'll just kind of start throwing silver coins in the general direction of the marrows.
Many elegant dolphin dives ensue as they dive after the coins.
And while they're distracted, he'll kick along with the hippocampus to wash up on the shore like a dead man.
This can be Sizzle and Sika.
What was that?
Fizzled, Sika, and Tippy can see that Ching is just kind of laying there on the side of the pool. He looks kind of dead, or bone kind.
Maybe we should send someone over there to check on him.
Tippy will hear in a second.
Did anyone catch the last of what he said?
I just heard Tippy will wobble second.
There's something about people here in a second, I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
Also, who's been putting auras around all the tokens?
So
God damn it.
they are color appropriate for our mana type and also makes them stand out.
Why is Fizzles blue?
Because she's blue-red and I didn't put on the second one yet. Or she just red.
I mean, she started as blue-red, definitely. I don't know anymore, obviously.
Here. No, you're not purple. Congratulations.
I made the best choice.
Oh my.
Tippy will look down at Jing and just go, "Are you okay, Wolfman?"
I'm not a wolf. Also, who are you? Also, where am I?
Well, you jumped into this. I don't know why. But apparently you have some fondness for naked women that are wet.
I don't.
Don't we all?
I was examining this hippocampus and I fell in, and then there was swarming and movement and water everywhere. This
And
kimono
the
is.
women.
Jing will manage to get to a sit with like an audible flop, like a very wet sound, and start bringing his tails out.
The hippocampus pony makes a delighted hippocampus noise, which I am not going to attempt to replicate, and splashes off
Thank you
to join
no.
his owner.
Thank you. Must have drank half that pool. Who are you again?
Did you lose your memory? Are you sure you're not the Wolfman?
We left the wolf man with the rhino guy.
Okay, now you're just not making sense.
I'm a kitsune, lass. You can tell by the snout, it's more pointed, you see. The ears higher up. Also, I'm clearly not a wolf.
You're right. I apologize. Dogman.
He did just say he's a Kitsune lass.
Oh, shit.
Do with this information what you will.
Please don't load the gun. when it's pointed at my head.
Well, I mean, we could just go with it's all one word.
Also, Jing didn't meet Tippy yet, did he? He was off drinking when she introduced herself.
No, she walked up to the group while Jing was standing there ogling at the woman in the shower because she made a comment about the woman in the shower. This wasn't an appropriate place to take a shower.
Yes. They were both equally confused about the lady stripping in the shower.
Well, he's also
Just made the best choice. This was just hilarious the whole way through.
Jing will look very, very closely at Tippy's face and squint and try to remember. Because he was distracted and now he's drunk, and it's just been a very hard day for him. You were the one with... Ah, yes, you were talking to Fizzle earlier, weren't you?
Yes, I was talking to Fizzle earlier. You were too. You are apparently friends. Or you at least work with her. Or for her. I don't know.
I like to think we're friends.
For
but
me!
I don't know how she feels about that.
Why?
Are you a friend of hers?
No, I'm not a friend of hers.
Then why are you talking to her in a place like this?
Because I was told to find her.
By who? Jing will actually go kind of on guard, because, like, the last few people who'll go looking for Fizzle weren't very nice people.
What was I... What did he... What does she know Riddick as? Josh?
Something of puzzles, wasn't it?
The riddle of shapes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was told to find her by the riddle of shapes.
Oh, good. And now she's explaining that the only person that the Riddle of Shapes didn't reveal himself to as the Riddle of Shapes.
No. He only revealed himself to Malgarion and T.
Riddle of Shapes? What kind of a name is that?
What kind of name is Kasune Lass?
Not a name, for one thing. It's a species. Followed by a gender. With a comma.
She's illiterate. She doesn't know what a comma is.
They don't know she's illiterate. The only person that clue has been dropped with completely skipped over it because she was having a fucking panic attack in the women's bathroom.
I'm too drunk for this. Is the Riddle of Shapes a vampire?
Not that I know of.
Okay, you're probably alright then.
That was easy.
I'd like to say that
The riddle of shapes is a sphinx.
Huh?
Oh, does she?
I'm going to say yes, because otherwise we're going to go in circles for a while.
No. He's not a vampire. He's a sphinx.
A sphinx. Does Jing know what a sphinx is?
Now that I think about it, considering where he's from, probably not.
Lock it in, boys. We're going to that circle anyway.
Woo! Circle that.
He has high enough learning that you could reasonably just be like, no, he knows what a sphinx is, and I'd be like, yeah, okay. It depends on if you want to go in that circle of logic.
What?
And the other part to this is also that he has been a planeswalker for more than a few weeks and whatnot, and so he might, have
Yeah.
run into the information.
I don't want to abuse that too much, though. Okay, that's probably enough. Sphinx. Sort of a chimera, yes? Fond of riddles?
Well, I would imagine the riddles part. I don't know what a chimera is.
A conjunction of multiple species is referred to colloquially as a chimera.
Oh, like a dog man.
Just a sec.
Not quite. It tends to be a bit more extreme than that. Say, a goat with a lion's head and a scorpion tail.
He doesn't have a scorpion's tail.
Well, no, a sphinx wouldn't. They have the body of a lion and the wings of an eagle and the head of a man, I believe. 3 seems to be the magic number, is the point I'm getting at. Where on earth did you meet a sphinx? Are there sphinxes here?
No. I met him on my plane.
I haven't been, lad, sorry.
I'm
Well,
gonna walk
anyway,
away now.
Huh? Alright, I'll just lay here for a bit. Get my bearings. Spit up some water. Maybe die of hypothermia. Wow.
The waitress walks up. Would you like some water, sir?
I have all the water I will ever need in my life.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I have more water than I need at the moment, thank you. Do you have a bottle of dryness?
1 dry gin coming up.
Nope. What? I'm going to drink it. I'm going to drink it out of spite.
Tippy's gonna walk up to where Fizzle is. Your friend talks too much.
Which one are we talking about?
The dog man.
Yeah.
Sika also gives a little giggle. Is then told by the half-giantess stripper that she is adorable and immediately finds herself deep in that woman's cleavage. Meeps and blushing proceed.
Game over.
Wait, who ends up in the half giant's cleavage?
Sika,
Okay.
The cute one.
So is this all we're going to be doing? I was told there was going to be action.
Oh, there's plenty of action here.
I don't see it.
Well, clearly you're not looking hard enough.
She'll look around a little bit. No? Nobody has their weapons drawn.
Not that kind of action.
What other kind of action is there?
Malgarion has his weapon drawn.
Oh, you know.
You get thrown on most bars
Uh,
for drawing your weapon.
Oh, you know. The more fuck it, I'm just there's you can have sex here. There is sex.
But sex isn't action.
Just you're depressed. You're depressed.
Visual has encountered an error and must close.
I am disappointed in you.
Oh,
Don't make me go get the sound clip from Metal Gear Solid.
Do it.
Actually, no, I could just do it in my voice. Otacon, you believe that love can bloom on the battlefield.
Ah.
Actually, Otacon asked that question.
It's better
Wow,
when
wow,
just ain't asking it.
Just deflate his tires, why don't you?
Yep, tires are spinning, but there's no air in them. I'm done.
Sorry.
I'm out. Gone.
It's just kind of important, you know?
Anyway, back to Tippy.
Fine. I'll go wait for us to leave.
you're very boring. You're very boring.
At this point, Sika actually manages to get a breath of air up. You know, I think she might be right. You have had a reason for being, didn't you? Something about, not dying?
Well, I'm gonna die anyway. This is just going to mitigate the symptoms, maybe prolong it, maybe.
Well, wouldn't mitigating symptoms be good? So then we could do, like
Like what?
stuff and things. And don't look at me like that.
You've
What
activated
kind of
Fizzle's
thing?
trap card.
I'm sorry. I said something.
What kind of things?
Into the chest she goes again. Withdrawing like a turtle into a shell.
You're right, she is absolutely adorable. If only I had cleavage as big as yours. Actually, that'd be really messed up. I don't want that.
Yeah. Sorry, I went too masculine on. Yeah, it. Don't have a giant for it.
I don't. As you can see.
I know. You probably have like a little fairy daddy? Fairy daddy. Do fairies have daddies? She looks at the other two ladies who give just a shrug, like, well, I don't know.
Guess
One of the
it's a
other
mystery.
We probably know if the fairies ever came out of the forest. I mean, other than you, Fizz. You're
Yeah,
cool.
I'm cool like that.
Yes, the gin of spite. You basically, she's basically given you a Churchill martini. It is nothing but extra dry gin and two.
I don't know a lot of drinks, so I actually have no idea what that is.
It tastes of It's an alcohol made with juniper berries. Make of that what you. It's heavy on botanicals.
That's weird. Wow, I didn't know it was made with. Oh.
Malgarion, what are you doing?
Are we officially fast forwarding to the 2 hour point?
I think if no one else has anything else in the 2 hour point they want to do.
Like the floor shakes, the lights flicker.
And a stripper is ejected through the roof? What?
Oh no.
If that's what we're gonna go with, like Malgarion's gonna make sure that she's good and stable and whatnot, and then
Breathing.
2 hours is not that bad.
2 hours of the dragon?
I mean, fair.
Just making a Hancock joke.
Do what?
I was just making a Hancock joke.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, he got promoted for this kind of thing.
Well,
He's a brood lord.
he got to be the position of brood lord by virtue of being the oldest, not because they did a virility test.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I gotcha.
Anyway, so pretty much, as far as any of that goes, he's gonna walk out of there after he's all done with that. And is Zika still embedded?
No, she has emerged.
He sees her shadow with 3 more weeks of her.
So he's gonna lean over the back of this booth, right, with his elbows. He's gonna so he's got his arms crossed with his elbows on the back of the booth, and he's gonna just reach forward and reach around the half giant and tap Sika on the top of the head. And assuming that Fizzle is still on her chest, he's then going to reach further down and then tap Fizzle on the top of the head.
Who disturbs my excellent time?
The great big boring jackass.
Oh, hi, Malgarion. What's up?
So, are you going to take Sika to a nice dinner first, or do we want to try and get the business stuff out of the way so then you guys can have some free time?
She's too drunk right now for that anyway. So, since everyone's all like, "Oh, let's get to the business," being boring jerks. Let's do.
Well, Fizzle, if she's too drunk now, then she could be drunk during the boring parts of having to go get stuff done, and then when she's sobered up enough, then you can take her to dinner. I know. How dare I make sense?
No, that is an excellent point. Maybe there's hope for you after all.
He's just kind of giving her the deadpan look of the like, with an eyebrow raised. And when Jin comes walking up, he's gonna look up and nod towards the kitsune.
Some of the dancers do kind of state it's like, yeah, it is getting close to the closing time. I mean, it's like 4 a.m. Hello?
When does the sun rise in this plane, anyway?
This season, about 6:45. We close at about 5:30. 5.
Alright, well, now's a good time to start as any. After Malgarion has had a bath.
No, I think I'm going to just enjoy this for a little bit.
A drunk seagull wobbles her head, kind of rolling it against the back of the boot. Someone take me home. I have class in the morning.
No, you
So-
don't. But I'll get you. We'll get you home.
Doesn't even need to be my home. I just need a bed.
Alright. So are we going to go get to work now, or are we going to go... Since... Well, it still feels like early afternoon for us, but... Or are we going to wait till morning proper for here? Because, Fizzle, you're the only one that knows what we actually need to go grab. Because...
It's fine. We'll get her. We'll get her home, and then we'll start doing the thing.
Sika, do you know where you are?
The Lex?
How far is the Lex from home?
A train ride?
All right. New plan. We'll get her a room to sleep it off, and go do.
Sounds like a plan. I can have Actus keep an eye on her. Since if anybody shows up, if anybody shows up to cause any of us problems, frankly, Actus is... If they send one person, it's a 3-on-1 if Actus is the one there. So, yeah, let's do that.
Sounds good.
He's gonna quietly mutter an "excuse me" to the half giant, lean over, kiss Stika on top of the head, stand up, and just start kind of walking towards the door to go collect Akvis. Walking right past Jing, unfortunately. For those of you at home, it's because Jing has the scent feet, and Malgarion smells like 2 hours of vigorous sex. Which, I mean, everybody else can probably get hints of, because he just does not give a shit.
It's like laundry day at a harem.
Sika also gets up, wobbly, attempting to move very slowly so as to not
So it's not what?
dislodge Fizzle. It actually helps her move in a straight line, despite how many alcohols she's had.
Well, I suppose she got you, didn't she?
What? How? What?
You're not going to tell me she got in this condition by herself.
She's grown.
Yeah, I'm grown.
Alright.
Hugs Fizzle. Like not a nice hug either. Like she is very clumsy with it.
All right. Sweetie, kind of crushing the.
Oh, sorry. I kind of sandwiched you with my biceps there.
They are very nice. They are, but yeah, a little.
I'm sorry.
All right. Tell me this then. What was the name of the drink? And bonus credit, the name of any of those three ladies with you.
It was called well, the half giant's name is Jewel, and the lady in the red skirt was Cinnamon.
Jim, why are you doing this? We're trying to get her to a bed so she can sleep it off.
Just making a point. Carry on then.
Your point is stupid, Dogman.
And yet it remains.
I don't know what you're even talking about right now.
So, while the children are bickering.
Oh, and the third one, she was named Spice because she was spicy.
Are you sure you haven't
Yes, she was.
been yourself?
Yes, she was.
That's brilliant.
Come on, we're gonna get you to a bed so that you can sleep it off.
If I lived here or worked here, I'd probably be named Sparky with an I.
On that note, as they're walking up towards the lounge bar, or towards the lounge, I should say, Malgarion's like just getting to the bar, and he overhears that. He's gonna look over, and be like, "All right, Thanatos, make it snappy." And he's gonna point towards the door as he goes to fill in Akvis on the plan. You guys can continue your conversation. I just wanted to get to make that comment.
I don't know what he's talking about.
So how mean would it be to drop a haste on Seeker right now?
If you want to see a drunk woman crash into a wall, go right ahead.
Maybe not. This way.
Is it finally time to go?
Yes, jeez.
Oh,
But first we have to get Sika to bed. Because she's drunk. Super drunk.
interjecting for a second. At this point, he's like looking at the rest of the group. He's pointing at Tiffy and saying, "Rick's associate."
Who? What?
He's gonna walk over and he's going to put a hand on Tiffy's shoulder, just like fingertips, just gently. Do you work with Riddick?
This strange man is touching me. Why?
I've never seen her before in my life, Malgarion.
You used your tell. You have seen her, so I'm assuming that you work with Riddick.
I don't know who that is.
The
thing's called the Riddle of Shapes Center.
Yeah.
yes, okay, that's Riddick.
Yeah, she's the nice lady in the bathroom when I was all like flustered and I ranted at you for
Wait, Riddick was a space.
What?
Tippy, what kind of... sorry. All right, what is... He's going to look over at Tippy. All right, what's your name?
My name is Tippy.
Pleasure to meet you. My name's Malgarion. We have Jing, Fizzle, Sika, our other associate over there is named Akvis. These skeletons are named Vidus, both of them. Welcome to our train wreck of a posse, and welcome to the war. And for now, what kind of magic do you cast?
She already knows who I am, by the way. She came looking for me. Because I'm the cool one.
Tippy, what kind of magic do you cast?
I cast green magic.
Green for a green, is it? That's enough.
Apparently. Anything more specific beyond that?
Like what?
He doesn't know what a fox is.
Okay. And Tippy, are you the kind of person who uses green magic to heal people, protect things, grow trees, summon giant monsters to stomp its way through your enemies?
Well, I know how to make walls with thorns. I'm pretty good at making the barriers to protect people. Not so great on healing.
Duly noted. All right.
But I really love to beat stuff up.
All right. I just would like to let you know, if I accidentally call you Marcus, it is nothing against you.
But my name is Tippy.
I'm aware of that. I'm just letting you know I'm a little bit addled at the moment. But we will move on from there.
He's still all loopy from all the sex he was.
What the pixie said. Sika, do you want to enjoy your buzz, or do you want me to bring you back to reality?
I'm fine.
With which one?
I'm fine.
We could probably use someone else who knows the terrain, to be honest.
That's what I was.
Me?
That's what I was thinking. To be fair, you fly over the terrain. A lot of the people here are ground bound.
Lame.
I agree. It's an unfortunate circumstance. So, Stika, this is going to be a little bit jarring, and I apologize, but I want you to know I'm not sorry. And then he's going to touch her shoulder and cast a restoration to try and remove the alcoholisms.
Go for it. Did you make your power check?
Well, that depends.
That's a tier 2 restoration.
Yeah. What?
How
How
drunk
hard
is
is
he?
it to?
I'd say that's probably enough to remove simple alcohol poisoning. Because she's drunk, not out like in a state of toxicity.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So yeah, probably enough. She shakes her head. I mean, I would have been fine. It's just drunk.
Well, watching you shuffle across the floor, if you were standing in my shoes, you would have probably had similar concerns.
She was fine.
She was also one.
All right, that's enough. If you want to go and have another good time after, then by all means,
That is the plan.
you can can go and have your nice dinner date and do whatever. I am not your parent. I don't care. But we're here for a specific reason.
Yeah, for me.
Yes. So
So stop being grumpy. It's annoying me.
no. So where do we need to go?
Can you just say no?
I think he just did.
I like that. That's the part she gets incredulous about.
All right, whatever.
You have a shopping list. You get to go spend some of that inordinate amount of money we just got.
Yeah.
So where do we need to go to do so?
Well, I mean, you could potentially, possibly, maybe find a glitch lotus somewhere in the city. Or we could go to find one of the rings. Not that hard, they're enormous. And pick one ourselves for free.
So we're doing
Alright.
gardening?
What?
We're doing gardening?
Yeah.
She's dying. We're making a temporary antidote. Because it won't do if one of our highest yield casters in regards to explosive capability drops dead on us in the middle of dealing with issues.
Yeah. I make things explode real good.
With glitter.
With glitter?
But yes, functionally, we're going to go find some weeds. She's going to make an antidote. It should help at least stave things off so that she can have more. And he's gonna do the air quotes thing as he leans a little bit toward, like, just slightly to the side towards Tippy, so she can have more fun as we deal with all of the crap that Riddick sent you for.
Okay.
I mean, I want to have fun, yeah. But you want me at my best. I understand that. Because if I'm feeling too bad, no explosions.
Also, you're our friend, and we don't want you to die.
The Kitsune has it.
I mean, I'm going to anyway. I'm on a path that cannot be stopped.
By your own admission, I can. You don't want to.
Okay, fair.
Moving on. We have our to-do list. You're the only one who knows the to-do list.
Right, I mean, to be fair, like, there are a lot of small things, but you can find them pretty much in any apothecary because they make up a lot of medicines. It's
All
just,
right.
it's pretty much just the glitch lotus that we absolutely...
Okay, so you said it's possibly found within the city, but it's definitely found around the rings.
Yeah.
So the question is, how far away are the rings, and what's the pros and cons of each of these plans here? Because he just kind of open hand gestured towards her. How do you want to do this?
Well, the nearest one where you'll probably find glitch lotus is out that way in the wilds. The bonus of that is that it's free.
Free is good.
The cons are there are fairies in those woods.
He's going to narrow his eyes at the fairy. explain.
Well, they're not, they're not fans of people from the city. From shrinking habitat, and instead of adapting, they're just opting to die and be mad about it.
Kind of like how you're opting to die and be cavalier about it.
Be happy about it, yeah.
What'd you say, Jing?
That must be frustrating.
Mm-hmm. So when you said that it could be potentially found within the city, are you talking about at an apothecary, or are you talking about being found growing within the city?
Apothecary. We'll have to buy it.
Cool. Potential alternative, maybe best of both worlds. If we find it at an apothecary, and I can spend a few minutes trying to study it, understand it a little bit.
It will be extremely expensive, and it may take a while to get it. Though I guess we could always go the less legal route if you want to buy it.
Fizzle.
Uh-huh.
He's going to hold out one hand, and then he's going to pull out his hammer-spaced crown that he had made back on the other plane right in front of her, and he's going to put it on.
Hey, Malgarion.
Hmm.
I need some knowledge check from you.
Knowledge?
Yeah, hang on. Let me find an appropriate stat. Probably your learning.
Probably my learning. Okay. Is this to figure out if I even would be able to potentially make it?
Yes.
Do I have any advantages?
Since you've been a planeswalker for so long, advantage 1.
Okay. I have well-rounded, so advantage 2, and submit.
Okay, that's more than enough. As you say it, you kind of realize also, you're in your head, you're going through like the difficulties of this. It's a mana lotus. They grow in places where of incredibly pure mana. And though you're not sure what the glitched part of it means, like what that does to its structure or whatnot, that probably means that it's not easy to make. Like, it has to have some form of natural or unnatural phenomenon exposed to it to, as you experienced last plane, glitch the mana.
Mm-hmm. And that's why he was talking. I had him mention specifically trying to look at it and study it to see if it would even work.
Yeah. But yes, just in your head, you kind of piece it together like that would be really hard.
Okay, so picking up the conversation from there, he puts the helmet on, and then he just kind of like puts both of his hands together in front of his chest, and kind of laces his fingers together. I'm not saying it's exactly possible, but saves us a trip, potentially saves us money. At the very least, we can look at it, figure out what the cost would be, figure out what we want to do from there. And yes, if everybody here ends up being agreeable to it, yes, we could try and just liberate it quietly and discreetly, because it's not... Frankly, Sika's the only one with a vested interest in coming back to this plane.
Hey, it's still my home.
That you've been avoiding.
I haven't been avoiding it. I've just been off doing fun things.
In any case, we should see if we can find the stuff to begin with.
So at that point, Malgarion is just gonna kind of just nods a little bit, and he's just step over here. He's just going to gesture like he's like a valet, and everybody's car is outside.
So wait, what did we decide on?
We're gonna go find an apothecary with a lotus. We'll figure out if we can make one, or if we need to acquire one, and we'll figure out what acquiring entails.
Right. Okay. Sure. Whatever.
Alrighty. Sika actually has a question as you guys are heading out. Fizzle, do you have like a home here in the city?
Oh yeah. Sure. Why do you want to see my home?
I need to sleep for school in the morning.
Oh, I thought. Okay. Sure. I will take you to my home.
So,
Everyone, come to my house.
I'm gonna grab narrative here for a minute. So, Fizzle leads you to her house. It's a fairly large manor house. Out front of the gate, there's a large plaque that states, oh crap, where in my GM notes I wrote the name. The estate of Alistair Crowley.
God
Seriously?
damn it.
Seriously. Esquire, aka his lord Alistair the Invoker.
The moment that plaque comes into sight, Malgarion's just gonna kind of say, "Fizzle, this isn't your house, is it?"
Yes, it is.
Looking up at the house looks like it's been unoccupied for quite a long period.
Fizzle, did you kill somebody and take their house?
What? What? That's ridiculous. Why would you even say that?
Sika's like, wait, do you live in the old Crowley estate?
Yeah.
High Invoker Crowley has been dead for 12 years.
Yep. That's how I got my hands on it. It was quite a steal.
Didn't he used to be involved in some pretty dark experimentation?
I mean, yeah, just stay out of the basement. And if you hear, screams in the night, don't open your... I learned that one the hard way.
So,
Maybe we shouldn't leave her here.
I'm joking. It's a joke. Oh my god. But seriously, don't go in the basement. That one was not a joke. That was for real.
looking at this house, it does not have a basement. I'm gonna have to make a basement now. Damn it, Emily.
You're welcome.
Oh, who'd we lose? Oh, we lost Ashley.
Yeah, she doesn't really know what's going on because she hasn't really seen any of the previous episodes.
It's all good.
I've been here the whole time, and I still know what's going on.
Fair enough.
Also, Gradius, I appreciate your comment there. I just realized that Tippy is a druid that cannot tell wolves, dogs, and foxes apart.
She's not a druid.
She's functionally a druid.
No, she's not.
druid.
She's not even close to a druid.
Yeah, no.
She grows giant walls of thorns.
She's not even close to a druid.
Not even
She's-
close.
She's not a druid. She's just a little druish.
Zika's like, well, should we go inside?
Yep.
We don't have to sneak in the back door or anything, do we?
This is for real my house.
So we enter into the first floor.
The more uncertain I become.
Also, I don't know if the grid actually works on this map. Or I know the grid doesn't work on this map. I couldn't get it to align, and therefore, for Gladius's sake, it has been decided.
I appreciate that. But you don't have to make all your decisions based on my wrath.
Oh, am I? Shouldn't I? Giant fizzle.
And I fizzle!
Why is she always giant when I do that?
Because when you don't have the grid on, it rather than snapping something to a grid, it aligns it to as a drawing.
Alright.
In hindsight, it would have been really fucking funny if just toddled off to Fizzle's house and found out it was pixie sized. He's got like a birdhouse.
We've all seen Hook. We know where this is going.
Let's get some resizing going.
Who's that?
That's
Tippy.
Tippy.
Oh. Jamie, send me Tippy's picture. I will fix it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that Tippy does not have the dragon on her shoulder,
No, she doesn't.
but that's Tippy.
Oh, that's a D&D person, isn't it? She looks familiar.
I got it
Pathfinder,
off,
but yeah.
I got it off Pinterest.
Yeah, it's the Pathfinder. It's the same art style they use for Pathfinder.
Yeah, she's... What do they call them? Iconics?
Yeah. So yeah, that's Tippy.
Huge.
Tippy's also an elf, though, right? So she has pointy ears under the hair.
Yeah, her hair
Okay.
covers it.
Knife-eared harlot.
Knew it was coming. It's gonna be the molar joke, I swear.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, isn't there a button I can push to automatically make it like a 5x5?
Ah.
That's how we do it.
I sent it.
I actually got Fizzle pretty close. But now he's super tiny for some reason. I mean, it fits, but for some reason.
I don't know, but Fizzle is super tiny, so that's okay.
I'll be right back.
Damn it, Tika suddenly is too. Oh well. Now we just stall for Matt. Quick, everyone, stall, stall.
Ah.
Um.
Do you have a room that you don't mind getting horribly, horribly wet?
I don't care. I'm barely here. It's fine.
Suppose I'll look for a fireplace then.
Wait, is there a single fireplace in this manor?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
there's one down here. There's another one on the second floor. Actually, several of them on the second floor. But I'm noticing is how many bedrooms there are. Carly must have fucking loved sleepovers. So once securely in room 8, Jing is going to take off his kimono and telekinesis it to hover in front of the fireplace and kind of spin slowly to dry it out.
You are ambushed by a group, you die.
Oh no.
No.
How can I be in the dark? There's a fireplace right there.
It's a dark fireplace. It doesn't make things brighter. It just makes things hotter and darker.
So emo.
Black like my soul.
Of course, we can reasonably assume that all the fireplaces in Fizzle's house have been enchanted to glow rainbow colors.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm stalling,
Yes.
damn it.
Yes, they are.
Woo!
So anyway, for some reason there are a lot of bedrooms, like a lot of bedrooms. I'm, most of them. I mean, he must have had a lot of guests. Most of them are just right here on this floor. If you want to pick a room, or Zika, you can go upstairs and use my room if you want. There's a bath that's attached to it.
Ooh, a bath.
Like I said, I mean, just make yourself at home. Just don't go.
I haven't bathed in anything other than an ocean since we started the campaign with. Or I'm sorry, I guess everyone knows now. Riddle.
Yeah, that guy.
It's not the weirdest name he's ever used. I think the weirdest one was Esteban El Chapo.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find that bath. Bye.
And yeah, it's right up the stairs. You just go upstairs and it should be the last door on your left in the hallway, and then the bath will just be on in the door of the bathroom will just be like there in the room. Last door on your left, not first door.
She is.
You don't know where she went. She went up the stairs and is gone.
I was pointing that out for you, Josh. Jeez.
I knew.
Okay,
I
fine.
placed her intentionally.
Well, fine then. Anyway, the rest of you jerks can pick a room if you want. You know, for as long as.
Tippy immediately seeks out room 4. All right. While Matt's distracted, I guess I should do this. The thing is that this manor is very fancy, opulent. The man was already obviously a man of wealth. The beds are comfy, cozy. But there's also kind of a sense of like Fizzle hasn't used much of this space. I mean, obviously, she is one fairy and does not need 7 bedrooms, 3 dining tables, a study. I think there's 7 bedrooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
To be fair, though, I feel like at first she probably slept in every one on a different night.
Probably true. There's, I think, this is supposed to be a library. If I looked at the key right. So we have a drawing room, a dining room. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a kitchen, a pantry, bedroom, storeroom, closet. More stuff than ever one pixie could use. There's also a lot of stuff from the previous owner. It seems like the dude kind of had a thing for elemental. Because there's a lot of just like little trinkets that are like little elementals inside like an hourglass shape that sloshes back and forth to tell time. Candles lit by tiny little elemental fire elementals that have little tiny smiling faces. The fireplace you are standing in front of, Jing, literally stares back at you.
Ah, well, that's extremely uncomfortable for the purpose he's using it for.
It also talks.
Right. Sitting behind the table now.
Simba says, "Oh man, that thing looks tasty."
Jamie's an adult.
Can you bring it a little closer? I haven't had something to give a little singe in a while.
Can I offer you some kindling instead? We've got kindling.
Sure, so that'll do.
Jing will awkwardly feed the fire some kindling. And then be hell away from it.
What's really funny is right here, like this is stuff I actually was not warned about, Josh.
Nope.
But I feel like Fizzle not telling one is either is equal chances. Either she just forgot or did it on purpose.
So Matt, welcome back.
Jing is harassed by a fireplace.
Sexual harassment seems to be Jing's lot in life tonight. So it's not really sexual. He just wants to eat your roe.
So I've been harassed by water and now fire. That means I need earth and air.
You're harassed by mermaids. That's different than being harassed by, self-aware water.
We all saw the Shape of Water. We know we know what's going on here.
I did not see the Shape of Water because I have standards.
Well, me
I
neither.
haven't seen it either.
So one of us is being false here, and I believe that it only strengthens my stance.
So Matt, the late Alistair Crowley, not Alistair, Alistair.
French.
Yes. Was apparently a big fan of elementals, or had some form of affinity for them as a magic user, because he has quite a bit of them. Like, this house is lit by candles. All the candles have little smiling faces.
So this place is lit is entirely illuminated by Litwick.
Yes. The time is told at several points on the walls by literally an hourglass with an elemental inside it that swims up and down the hourglass to count the.
How reliable is this? Because if it gets bored,
Who knows? And yes, the fireplace that Jake has found to get his robe clean is now looking at him and talking to him, asking him to feed his robe because it looks fake.
Oh, that's what he's talking about. Okay. Honestly, if your name is Alastair Crowley and you're not using dangerous amounts of magic, then you're doing it wrong.
I know, right?
but what if you're a demon?
Still.
So,
Did you know that the real Alastair Crowley was posthumously tried for necromancy, like 100 years after his death?
oh, I'm sure.
I'm guessing the irony was lost on them.
Oh, and Sika toddled upstairs to take a bath.
She then, however, so God knows over there.
And what powers the bath?
I was kind of giggling at that bathroom before, like literally just a bathtub, and it's taking up half the room. I wonder if the room next to it is supposed to be like a steam room. Maybe it's a cabinet.
Might be just a closet.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I mean, I had a key for this stuff, but I cut it out and I deleted it, and I don't know what it is anymore because I was like, I'm just gonna make this shit up as my.
Yeah.
So here's the important question: where's the stairs to the basement?
There are no stairs to the basement.
That's why she's so adamant we should go there, because, like, we are in the basement. How are we going to get back out?
So Malgarion searches for the stairs to the basement?
Yeah, kind of. He's no, he's been around Fizzle for more than about 30 seconds, so he knows that there's equal chance that she could just be bullshitting. So he's going to kind of just walk around the place and kind of mosey, and if he sees stairs that go down, then cool. If not, well, here's my surprise face.
On the first floor, you find no stairs that lead to the basement.
No indication of a cellar from outside.
No indication of a cellar from outside.
Cool. So now that Sika is getting to deal with her educational requirements, I'm assuming that your plane is one of those that primarily operates during the daylight hours.
Yes.
No, I mean, I figured he was talking to Fizzle since they're still in the foyer.
Oh, certainly. I mean, we got plenty of lighting, but I don't know. People like the sun.
And about how they said that what was that place called again?
What?
The place that you had to arrive in. Where was that called again?
The Lex.
Yeah. So they said that it was about 4 in the morning. You know what season it is?
Is there any indication specifically what season it is right now, Josh?
It's spring. It feels like springtime.
It's springtime.
So we have about 2.5, 3 hours until dawn.
Something.
Hmm.
Ish. Yeah. Sure.
All right. Well, not really enough point to actually bothering going to sleep since we haven't really been up for all that long already.
Tippy's already asleep.
Well, Tippy's a puss.
If anyone has a reason to be tired, it's Malgarion.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. So, I guess the oh, Josh, you know what we haven't done in the last 2 weeks?
What have we done?
He didn't stat up that armor he was gonna make.
I don't think anyone claimed the Lich's stuff either, and added it to their character sheet.
No, it didn't get discussed in character.
We all just kind of oohed and awed at it.
That's probably a conversation we want to wait for Sarah, though.
Sure enough. That reminds me.
Yeah? Alright. So, places are not going to be open for at least a few more hours. Is there anything that we should or can or want to take care of between then and now? At which point he's going to point at Fizzle with one hand, besides waking up Sika to go and try to rock her pants.
She's got school tomorrow. I'm not going to do that.
Good girl. Question still stands. Is there anything else that we need to, should, or want to address?
I can't really think of anything personally. But everyone's kind of already spread out. So, I don't know. But you're more than welcome to find a bedroom for at least for, as long as we're on the plane. Even if you don't want to go to sleep right now, we can try to get everyone together. If they're not already sleeping, and see what anyone else wants to do. But I don't have any pressing concerns. It's just, since we're going to try to do this the most legal way possible, we just gotta wait for everything to open.
We're at least going to look at the most legal way possible.
Sure. And it's not like going out in the woods is illegal either. Like, we can go and pick it ourselves. Just like I said, there are fairies out there, and they might be angry for various reasons.
Fizzle, you were exiled, weren't you?
No, not specifically.
He's just kind of staring at her.
I may have told a bunch of people to go, fuck themselves sideways as I left to the big city. I may also have called them all cowards and told them to adapt or die, and threw glitter in several people's faces.
The exploding kind.
No.
You cursed
But,
them where it's never going to be able to come off, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you're exiled.
I mean, not specifically.
Okay, I'm going to rephrase this. You're exiled, you simply didn't stay long enough to hear them make it official.
I mean, I suppose that's always possible.
So if we need to go pick it, doing so quietly and discreetly would be our best option. Duly noted. On the note of quiet and discreet, how often are people poking their noses around this state?
Not very. I mean, to be fair, a lot of people think it's haunted. And me being here,
You've made sure people think it's haunted.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So me burrowing a hole into the backyard behind the building where it's not visible from the street so that I can have a place to sleep.
Oh yeah, go for it.
At this discussion, you hear rattle, 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 rattle as Vidus number 2 just pell-melt, full sprint, runs down the hallway, thunks into the stairway door, and then scrabbles all the way to the room Jing's in. He is followed by what can only be described as a walking French maid outfit, carrying, in a disembodied fashion, a feather duster, which it is shaking angrily.
Does
Not
that,
haunted.
did you do that, or did that come with the house?
That came with the house.
Hmm.
He really likes the elementals. You can guess what that is.
Upon closer inspection, yes, it is in the shape of a buxom woman. And yes, there's apparently an invisible woman inside the clothes, at least from the shape they are taking.
So what you're saying is he has a French-made air elemental to blow him.
No, it's to clean the dust off the house.
Uh-huh.
Does she need a feather duster, or can she just create a vacuum?
Sure, she could do both.
Wink,
Uh-huh.
Either way, heels click down the hallway at a rapid rate.
Let's go save Jing from the maid. Well, let's go save Jing from the dog and the dog from the maid.
Also, have you found the way in the basement yet? I know you were looking.
To be fair, with you would look too. And he's just gonna walk down the hallway.
Yeah, you got a point.
When Vidus darts in, Jing sort of falls off the table. Collects himself pretty much just in time for the maid and Malgarion and Pizzle to burst into the room as well.
Jing, you're supposed to strip at the strip joint.
Man, get some damn privacy around here.
Oh, he's in there giving Calcifer a show.
It has a name?
Yes!
Of course it
Someone
does.
got the reference!
It's a very forward fireplace.
What up, Calcifer?
Hey, Fizzle.
Jing didn't give you anything good.
No, he did not. I'm gonna have to ask Isadora to come clean out my ashes again.
Jing, you're in here using his heat to dry off. The least you could do is be polite.
Yeah, man. I mean, respect the flame.
Respect the flame, Jing.
I offered him some kindling. He wanted to eat my robe.
Hey, do you know how tasty fine silks are? You have any idea?
No, I don't.
That's like sirloin to you, man. That's what it's like to me.
Josh,
Yes.
okay, I would like to choose. I would like to just functionally make a 20 on just a super basic Genesis roll to just make what looks like a handful of salt and just toss it into the fire.
It flares.
It's potassium salt and it turns purple.
Whoa. Look at that. I'm all regal now. It is looking down at itself.
You are always regal in spirit, Calcifer.
I thank you, Fizzle. This is why we're friends.
So where did the where's the maid in all of this?
You mean Isadora?
I think he was asking you, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh, she headed into the library.
Okay, but Vidus is in here.
But the deuce isn't here.
Okay,
He lost her. He's a good boy, smart boy.
so at this point, Malgarion's going to look down at the skeleton dragon dog. Vidus, what did you do to irk the elemental?
It spits up a candle.
A candle?
A candlestick.
Does it have a frowny face?
No, it's not a lit candle. It's just a silver candlestick.
Oh,
Huh.
Vidus, is that yours?
Rattle, rattle.
You go tell Akvis what you did.
It rattles more and heads off.
Man, I had no idea that bone dogs ate metal.
To be fair, I don't know if 8 is quite right. It looks like it just chewed it and was going to walk around rattling extra.
I suppose that's fair.
Either way, Jing,
Hmm?
I have a question.
Yes?
Do you actually have a focus to run any of your magic through?
No. Never seen the need. Comes naturally enough.
Okay, maybe focus is the wrong word. No, focus is the right word. A focus to augment your casting abilities.
I do still have the wand I got from that lit, and I'm still studying its properties. But no.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Once you finish looking over the wand, if it turns out that it's not a appropriate general use implement, you and I can sit down and we can talk about the idea of trying to see what materials we can acquire or make while we're here. And that's when he turns and looks at Fizzle and see what kind of artificing you can actually pull off around here to get us ready for what's coming.
I wouldn't mind an upgrade or two.
We can head up to my my workshop if you'd like.
At this point, Malgarion's gonna just smirk just a tiny bit and raise his eyebrows like, are you saying that you're going to go invite 2 men to come meet you in your office?
I mean, I could just not.
No, I just thought it was quite funny. Lead the way.
It's okay then. And up the stairs.
Before he actually steps through the door, he's going to look at Jing, who's been telekinesing his clothes on, just say, "Is that actually dry yet?"
It's going to have to do.
Philosopher, I am very hot. So as you guys are all heading out, I want perception checks. You just have to beat an 8.
Hold on, I'm gonna. I want to try and genesis something that one of the basic ones where it's a temporary thing. Just like give Jing like something dry to wear. Managed to pull that off, rolling 2 1s.
Nice.
Fizzle doesn't know shit.
Fizzle doesn't notice shit.
Roll perception.
Yeah, perception. You just have to beat an 8. You beat an 8.
I got
Only Malgarion hears this. Upstairs, you hear like a small clanging sound, like several small pieces of metal just barely toppled onto the. And Fizzle, as you head upstairs, you see Sika. Looking about as she finally heads down towards the hall.
What you doing?
I got lost.
Oh, really? In this very straight, short hallway?
Have you seen through that door?
Yes, I have. I live here.
It's a mess.
Uh-huh.
Sika, was that you that knocked things over just a minute ago?
I mean, maybe? She's obviously trying to emulate Fizzle.
That's a...
Go ahead, Fizzle.
That's her deception roll.
I was going to say, if she's trying to emulate Fizzle, she's already doing way better. She actually has points in deception. And doesn't, drop a tell every time she opens her mouth. Actually, she has more points in deception. So,
Fizzle lies
what do we...
not for profit.
That's true. What do we roll for this? Perception?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's perception. Hang on. Dang it, pull up the tooltip. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's perception. Good job, Fizzle. You completely
believes absolutely everything, including this place is a mess. We need to get on that.
Quick, Jing, save the party.
perception. Yeah.
Perception. Nope.
You know what? I'm gonna.
I should have had advantage on that.
I want to spend a thing.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get it, but I want better than the stupid one.
You can't do any worse.
Not. Hooray! Not as bad.
You had a 600% increase. You did 20% better than Jing.
Hooray!
This has been a roleplay heavy session, so I'm not even going to take the legend point. Because I just have to give it back anyway.
Anyway, so. Okay, so the bluff was that she was saying she did not knock anything over?
Yeah, she was saying that she didn't. No, I didn't knock anything over.
Alright, so at that point, Malgarion just gonna, like, kind of squint down the hallway. He's like, alright, then what did? Because you all heard that. It's hard not to.
And now everyone gets to look at Malgarion like he's crazy.
What? You know,
I forget. I apologize. Your nose that sharp.
If you heard anything, maybe it was one of the maids.
There's maids? You have maids?
Yep.
Air elementals that I'm pretty sure used to blow the prior tenant.
Probably.
They're Sika, they're in the sexy maid outfits, as it were. And he's just gonna kind of walk past Fizzle and start walking down the hallway trying to figure out what fell over.
I totally did not have to do anything. That just came that way. The workshop's over here.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Within the workshop is a large wing-backed velvet chair, a gigantic bookcase of books on various subjects of machines, machines, ring magic, and well, not ring magic because that would invalidate the central tenet of this plane. But yes, the workings of machines, magic circles, and a very large section simply just called My Life's Work, which chronicles an entire archive of elementals, para-elementals, how to summon elementals, how to bind them to do different tasks,
how to make them wear sexy man outfits.
I'm going to include that under binding under a task. Sika, meanwhile, is going to follow Malgarion and head into the main bed.
Magic rituals are pretty specific. I mean, to make them specifically inhabit French maid outfit, there's got to be there's diagrams.
Scattered about, however, in addition to various alchemical salts and powders, liquids and alembics, there is a large amount of mechanical gear all along that counter. You see bits of stained glass, copper wire, gears of all sizes, frameworks, and yes, on the ground there is a series of gears and cogs that have been knocked out of a bowl onto the floor.
Well, we found it.
I take it this is where the wings were born.
Yep. This is my workshop.
I have to admit, I didn't expect it to be so tidy. And again, I didn't know you had a workshop.
It's good to keep your working space nice and neat. Accidents can be avoided that way.
Are you feeling all right, Fizzle?
Yeah, I'm not all good times and fun stuff. I got a serious side too. Sometimes when I feel like it.
The dark side, if you want me to.
Accidents just sound so fun.
Depends on the kind of accidents.
Fair enough.
We want to avoid the losing limbs, fingers, um, unintentional explosions kind, and more the I had no idea that was going to happen kind are the ones that are good.
I suppose you did well enough with avoiding the losing of limbs. You came out with more than you started with.
Yeah.
I'm hesitant to even suggest this, but I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the possibility. Have you considered simply building new wings that won't poison you?
That's literally not possible.
But if they're hooked to your body, there must be some. Well, you're the expert.
Or at least literally not possible with what I know and how, what I had available. Though Malgarion did suggest I talk to Metal Snake Man.
It is a wide multiverse, lass.
Maybe there are different techniques. Yeah. But literally impossible with what I had to work with.
Understand, your resignation is admirable, but don't let it cloud your view if the answer should happen to wander by.
I mean, like I said, I chose this, and that's fine. But no, I'm always willing to learn new techniques. I am an artist.
It's a grim truth that few are aware of. Those those who view opponent never are quite the same.
At this point, Malgarion walks in now that the awkward is fully settled in. Oh, good. Leave you alone for 3 or 4 minutes, and both of you are looking like someone just shot someone's pet.
I'm fine.
Okay. Jing, you look like someone just shot your pet.
Just thinking back. Anyway, we should get moving now. Onward, upward.
Anyway. How... Okay, as an out-of-character thing, Josh. Did we have the stuff for the wand from the Lich? Like, we know what the stats are of that at this point, right?
Yeah, you know what the stats are of all of the guys' stuff.
Okay.
It should be in the Discord server. I think I pinned it.
There's a lot of stuff in. Not pinned. I will find it and do the thing.
It is highlighted, so it's big and yellow. It's right here. 2/12/2019.
Thank you.
Anyway, what was it we were supposed to be doing? I've forgotten.
All right. Functionally double checking what this wand actually does, and then we trying to figure out we're going in using just what we can pull off on our own. I have at least my sword that I can fall back on if we're having to fight in a smaller area. And I've been working on trying to augment that with armor that will help me in both my real body and whenever I have to shrink down like this. No one else actually has anything to use that can help them, frankly, fight better. And if we're in a plane of artificers, this seems like the opportunity to fix that. So, what I wanted to know is how much can you do here if we can get materials?
You certainly cannot put or attach a shuttlecraft with mining lasers if that's what you're. Nor can you invent a radiation sensing device.
Okay, and that's fine. I understand that, Josh. But can we get a magnetic launcher and some rocks?
Not that you can take with you.
That's fine. We'll put it all on the roof. Funny. Oh, you mean this? And then Fizzle just like pushes the button. The giant railgun comes out.
It's like they're already hunting after us. Now we just have to point it at them when they come up the street. They'll only make that mistake once.
Looks like that street will be gone after we fire it.
Don't you bring sense into this?
I mean, certainly I can try to draw some blueprints and see what we can do.
Okay. So this wand. Okay, so I'm looking at the thing. We've got the scything robes, the bands of the harvest swarm, the black book of the barracks. Oh, that's right, Josh. You didn't get to stat out the wand of shattering yet because it was supposed to. Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to fall in the hands of the party. It was supposed to just be a plot device. Oh, yes, now I remember. And then I forgot because we started working on Shackles of Fate, and I started putting all my writing time to that.
That's
Oops.
right. I called dibs on the bands. Dibs.
Yeah, ultimately none of these items were terribly good for Malgarion anyway.
Dibs.
But anyway, so Josh, as far as if it was just meant to be a plot device, is it pretty much a consumable then?
No, I'll make it something. It'll be a thing that breaks things.
Okay, but it does not. It wouldn't work as a focus then.
Focuses work weird in this game. If you take the feat, you can make anything a focus.
That's not the ones that I'm talking about. There's a specific thing under the Extraordinary Item Builder where you can make something powerful. Bane or boon invocations made with this item have advantage equal to the item's powerful value, going from 1 through 3.
Right.
That kind of a focus.
Because I'm also talking. I was talking about the feat, that it's like if you have your focus on you, you give up your ability to freely cast a specific extraordinary. But if you have your focus, you cast all of those extraordinaries at +1, just one rank higher.
Which would be great for if you have both of them.
Indeed.
But as far as just asking the mechanical question here, does Fizzle have the means to artifice up things that could make a wealth level? Oh, whoa! Chill it down there. A wealth level 3, 4, or 5 object.
She could easily do wealth level 3 because we should all be at wealth level 3. She can do wealth level 4, but it would reduce her wealth level by 1 for a time. Sorry. 5 would permanently reduce the wealth level.
Okay. And how much would using Genesis be able to try and help mitigate that?
I haven't thought of that. I could say it would probably, you could generate up to 1 wealth level of stuff with Genesis.
So we could do wealth level 5 objects with a temporary hit to our wealth.
Yes.
Okay. So we can summarize that conversation as happening. Is everybody okay with just kind of hand waving that?
Oh, I require full roleplay and will never ever be nice to you again.
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. Rock's calling Malgarion.
Okay. He melts them into lava and he takes a nap.
Oh crap! I can't mean get that back.
They're obsidian rocks.
Yay. Obsidian still melts.
Not at the temperatures I think you could produce.
The rocks are made of Malgarite. It's known to be slightly harder than Malgarion.
Oh my. I mean, to be fair, he is recovering, so he's probably... never mind.
The stone also has a very low refractory period.
Writing up Malgaronite for Shackles of Fate.
Anyway. So... Alright. So, we find your glitch lotus, and assuming that we don't have to flee the plane in the process, we can work on then trying to get some equipment made for everyone.
Well, okay. The only reason we're gonna have to flee the plane is if we were to decide to go the black market route and then screw some powerful people over doing it. I mean, if we go and pick one in the forest, all we gotta do is leave the forest because those losers don't leave the forest.
Hmm.
Like I said, they're not willing to attempt to adapt, and they're dying off because the wilds are disappearing. I mean, okay, now to be fair, I did kind of, have a little accent because I was out of the wilds. But I adapted. I'm fine. Slightly dying, but fine.
Jing,
Yes.
how many people could you maintain that speed bonus, that speed spell on at once?
Takes a lot of concentration, lad. Been working on a way to sustain it in a more indefinite manner, but it's slow going,
So if I'm only one at a time, then.
more or less at the moment. Yes.
Okay. If it turns out that we need to go out into the forest for one of the rings to find your glitch lotus, I had an idea. We do a quick get in, grab it, get out, etc., in which we grab Tippy and you three on my back. Jing casts the speed bonus. We fly like a worm out of the ravine out to one of the rings, land. He bolsters you, Fizzle. You find it, grab it, get back, bolster me, and I carry everyone back in, out, before any fairies can do anything resembling coordinated.
Sure. I like to go fast.
Are the rings even in the forest?
I mean, they're okay. I should probably mention, because I'm totally on board with the plan. I think going fast, like flying super fast, would be a lot of fun. But the forest is kind of a no-fly zone. There's some magic spiders. Maybe you'll be too fast for them. I don't know.
I'm thinking that in regards to that fly high, and then
But
define magic spiders. You know how
spiders can block creatures with flying.
I know where you were going at with that. Yes, and it's assumed that those ones are flying through the canopy, and also, yeah, you usually don't have the numbers to contend with the dragon, but I'm pretty sure I'm not a 7/7 flying trample either.
Netcaster spiders.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what they are. They're netcaster spiders. They literally weave nets between their legs and throw them up into the sky to pull things into the canopy.
Yeah. She'll explain that. I don't want to go.
Also, they look terrifying.
Maybe we should just deal with fairies instead.
To be fair, the spiders would be able to throw the nets down too.
I'm also going to put this out there. Like, they might have thought it was hilarious. They are fairies. So maybe they thought it was hilarious. Maybe they'll be nice. I don't know.
Judging by the rest of your reaction, I'm going to assume probably not.
50-50.
Picture of the spiders in the thread.
70-30 maybe.
It has an angry face, Malgarion.
Man, someone pissed that spider off.
I have one better.
Yes, but that one looks much less angry.
Does it?
Just more spiky.
Look at that face.
I mean, it's
really
definitely a
tiny.
dangerous spider, but it's not just purely pissed off like the other one.
That's fair.
That spider has a mortgage, and he's falling behind, and it's your fault.
That's true. This one does look like it's judging you for your late library books.
Yeah.
Either way. It was just an idea for if we end up having to go that route. Either way.
Sure.
I would have an escape plan. I've been working on something like that for that myself.
I mean, if we didn't need to, get the glitch lotus, I'd just say start burning down the forest, but whatever.
Well, if those are big enough to potentially bring me out of the air, then we may just want to burn the forest.
That sounds like the opposite of making peace with fairies.
They will be at peace.
What Malgarion said.
Perhaps, considering that we're in the midst of a war, we shouldn't be burning bridges or forests.
I guess that is a reasonable point. It's not very fun, but he does make a.
At this point, Malgarion's going to look over at Fizzle, and while pointing at Jing, I think he just tried to tell another joke.
I'm not fun-proof. I'm not immune to the concept.
Oh, I know. But it's fun watching your cackles.
Is that why you hit me with a provoke back in the bar?
Oh no, I hit you with the provoke because I was not going to put up with your shit.
In any case,
So we have the means to make equipment to make this mission easier. We will definitely want to get an idea before we leave of what everybody would like to have. I should probably stick with my sword. But Jing, once you have that little trinket figured out, I feel how to put it. Zika may or may not stay with us. That is entirely up in the air. She has her own agenda to have to deal with. Tippy is new, and we will have to figure out, frankly, she is here at the advice of Riddick, and who's to say if she may decide that she just doesn't want to work with us. Who knows? What we do know out of our current assets is it seems like most of the things that the Necromancer had will probably benefit Akvis greatly. I know, Fizzle, you want one of them, or one of those pieces, and I really don't care.
I do. It sounds like so much fun.
But we do need to try and figure out as a whole where we can shore up our strengths and weaknesses, and outside of Akvis's ability to just drop someone dead on the spot, you two are frankly our biggest hitters. Tippy could throw that completely over by flipping a table on somebody, but Jing, your ability to try and manipulate and alter the battlefield has proved very helpful. Even though I walked into a bunch of spikes, that was because I was trying to get ahead as fast as possible.
Well, you did.
I did. glitter bombs have proved to be very productive at checking everything's flammability. And so anything that we can do to try and bolster that, I think, is probably in our best interest.
Oh, I don't have to do fire though. I can do lightning. Lightning's good. I can do lightning or lava. Lava's fun.
I appreciate both of these things.
Or stones.
Stone.
Or diamonds.
You know, whatever.
All right. So what we should likely do is figure out what, because we don't want to exactly kill our ability to, we don't want to kill our finances, frankly. So as if we stick to one piece of equipment per person, then we should be able to divvy up the costs enough, and I can create whatever we can get away with, and that should help. Sunrise is in about an hour and a half by this point. I'm assuming you probably have an apothecary you'd prefer to go first. Do we want to go ahead and just adjourn and take a nap before then?
That's fine. Like, I honestly don't care which apothecary. Like, we can check a few, but there is going to be some wait time if you want to get a glitch lotus. Definitely, probably also if you want to get a mana lotus. But it is a controlled substance.
Oh.
Not illegal, just, you know. And of course, we could also try looking into some black market sources. That could bring us into conflict with the law, of course. Or some people who, you know, just think they can just take our money, which they will be severely mistaken. But that could also bring us into conflict with some groups if we, you know, murder them real good.
They hate it when we do that.
Yeah, they're not typically very happy about that. I mean, I know, I used to know some people, but who knows? I've been away for a while.
Do we have time to slug through bureaucracy?
Technically, at the moment, yes, we have at least some sort of breathing room. It's going to take them a little bit to figure out where we traveled since we finished helping Tedrix.
Oh yeah, we got some options, and we can explore them all. We got time. It's not a big deal.
Yes. So, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go dig a hole in the backyard. Bury myself in it.
Have fun. If you can make it look like, you know, weird and supernatural, like just in case someone comes back that way, please do.
It'll be glowing.
That's good. I like that, yeah. Like, the more people think this place is actually haunted, the more fun it is for me.
Of course. Anyway. At this point, Malgarion just kind of can nod to each of them and walk out of the room, and then pretty much do exactly what he said. He's going to go out into the backyard, transform into his, you know, his true dragon self, and just dig himself a hole just big enough for him to lay underneath the ground, and turn all of the dirt into molten rock, and just take a nap in it.
Awesome. Is there anything else either of you, Jing or Fizzle, wanted to do?
Jing's probably just gonna hang out in this room and read all the everything.
Okay.
With permission, of course.
You have permit. That's Fizzle's to give.
And assuming this fireplace is a little quieter than the last one.
It doesn't talk, but it does stare.
Yeah, Jing has permission. I'm gonna go ahead and gather up the rest of my loose notes and put them on the shelf to rest since the maid put them there. Why not? And clean up those cogs and whatnot before I go.
Before the maid does it for you.
Yes.
So, guys, I do have a question. It's 10 o'clock. We'd normally go another 30 minutes, but Jimmy's asleep. And kind of a good stopping point. Are you all okay with me, like, giving him a call and getting him to shut off the video?
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I'll hit him up with a call right now.
Cool. So we can just continue to talk crap. So on that note, what? I mean, I guess we could talk mechanics for a second. As far as these focuses and just a piece of equipment, right? When referring to specifically, Jing and Fizzle, I'm pretty sure Fizzle wants something offense. Because Fizzle.
Uh-huh.
What would Jing actually prefer? Something utility, something offense, or something defense?
I really don't know. I haven't taken much time to look into what kind of equipment you can get in this game.
But just conceptually, which one do you think you would prefer so we have a starting point to look at?
Well, I mean, just your general purpose magic amplification would be great.
Because at this point, for temporarily reducing his wealth level back down to 2, he could get a powerful 3 item, which would give him advantage 3 on any invocation of a Bane or a Boon.
Damn. That's good stuff.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that sounds great to me. If it's just tied to movement, then I can use it for offense or support.
Mm-hmm. As far as other things, like you could also then have a thing of armor made, right? That could potentially, like, as an example, the wielder can use the item to invoke the listed boon. The numeric values used to determine both the power level and the attribute dice used for the invocation roll, etc. So he could have, theoretically, at wealth level 5, he could have a piece of armor that is the armor itself being wealth level 2, right? That can cast invisibility at rank 9.
That's almost silly.
For being a wealth level 5 item. So you can have stuff that just gives you boon or bane access. So like regarding D&D terms, you could functionally make a wand, rod, or a staff kind of a thing. You can make something that just gives you a bonus to your invocation rolls. Yeah, there's a number of things. Oh, we cannot phone the Jimmy. This is most unfortunate. Do you have do you have Frank's number?
I don't have Frank's number. I just have Jimmy's number.
I have limited stalling ability. I'm not sure I can make it all the way until tomorrow morning.
He hasn't. He said he had an alarm set for when we normally end, like 30 minutes from now. But I just called him on his phone, and he didn't answer. And so I called him back, and he didn't answer. And he's sitting right there in our chat.
Jimmy!
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 Jimmy.
James George, you get your ass up right now, sir.
Yeah.
Here, I have an idea. I'm gonna try something. I'll be right back.
Okay,
I'm gonna try calling him through DMs.
go for it. This should be fun. This is going to be fun to have recorded on the video. I might have to edit this out. It'll be my first bit of video. Hooray, making stuff.
Making stuff. Hooray, hooray.
So, Emily, how do you like your elemental filled house?
It's excellent.
It's the best house.
It is the best house. It's got a calcifer.
Never.
I got another.
You got nothing? I got nothing either. You got earth elemental stairs, water elemental plumbing, air elemental maids, and fires to light and heat everything.
And stare at you awkwardly.
Just never offend the stairs.
Do not offend the stairs.
Do not offend the stairs.
Josh, I have a question.
Yes.
Did you think about the maid blowjob joke when you made it in air elemental?
No, I really just wanted to have an invisible woman in a French maid outfit. That was like, to me, I was just like that. Well, I'm like, the people are going to think this house is haunted because there's Fizzle doing weird magic stuff up in the top room, and there's a bunch of things moving around on their own. And they already knew the guy was basically insane. He's Alistair Crowley. The Mad Invoker.
Yeah, yes, but so the only hole that I have in any way to poke into that is in 12 years nobody's tried to unhaunt the place.
Well,
That's
they
when
would
Fizzle
fail.
comes and chases
Not
them
actually
off.
haunted. They
I doubt
test.
she's been there for actually the 12 years, but
I mean, imagine a priest coming in and throwing holy water on Calcifer and making this invocation that exorcises demons. Calcifer's just like, fuck off, dude.
Fuck off, I'm allowed to be here.
This is the house. So I have no idea what to do about the recording.
I don't either.
Awkwardly hum the outgoing song.
I mean, I think at this point, no matter what, we're gonna have to do some outro editing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying while you were gone. I was like, I might just have to do some stuff.
But yeah, I guess we just leave a blanket thing of people need to figure out what kind of gear that they would want. Josh and I need to stat out his Malgarion's armor that he already did.
I need to make a wand.
You need to make a wand. I feel like I should be posting. I'm going to post this to-do list.
Go for it. And yes, the two images I just posted up are, in fact, Alistair.
He was a tiefling?
He had
And a girl.
He is not a girl.
The top one's not a girl?
That one's not a girl. It's just a dude with long hair.
Anime characters all look the same.
Yes, but yes, that was Alistair. And he did have a little bit of a crazy side where he'd summon up things into his body, do weird transmutations and with elementals and stuff.
He was an elf historically, wasn't he?
The real life Aleister Crowley?
Yeah.
He had a crazy cult, yeah.
He was the self-proclaimed most evil man in the world, or something like. Like what you hear, honestly, sounds more like he just had a big ego and a bunch of people who followed him.
Sure enough.
Which, to be fair, like, it could have been worse. Like, he could have been another Manson.
Could have been.
Josh, how long would said temporary wealth level drop last, theoretically?
A month of endgame time. I think that's what it says in game, or maybe I'm thinking Mutants and Masterminds.
Mutants and Masterminds was by month.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking Mutants and Masterminds. I think it was your wealth level drops for a month.
Okay, I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to add double checking that it lasts 1 month on your list.
Okay. Jimmy's back.
Hooray!
No, Jimmy, we are working on ending it
Leaving.
now. Yeah, we're stalling. So I'll play the outro music. Jimmy, cut the video.
Hasta la good night.
Night.
Nah.
Why not? Just to foreshadow ominously.
Fucking vampires. Oh no, vampire fairies.
Fizzle, we found a new way to live. And it's better than yours.
Alright.
They could
Hey,
teach you.
Malgarion, remember that? Burn the
Yep, I think that's pretty much what happened then.
I'll just think, okay, and then look at Malgarion. Burn the forest.
Burn the forest.
Damn it, that's so not what I wanted, but that's what I want to do now. But we've had enough vampires. Jimmy, cut it whenever you want.